Saturday here at MLG Raleigh. I'm standing here with Vibe from Root Gaming. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I got one match left in an hour. It's the grand finals of the WCS against Scarlet. I'm coming from the loser bracket, so it's going to be really hard, but just the fact that I'm in there makes me really happy, so I'm pretty good right now.
Coming to MLG Raleigh, was WCS more important to you than MLG Raleigh, or did you treat it both as the same, as you were already qualified for the finals of WCS?
The way I looked at it was in terms of like realism, I guess, and the way to elaborate on what I mean by that is realistically, I thought I had a way better chance of doing well in WCS rather than MLG because there's still so many Koreans that compete in MLG and so on. It's so hard to get out of the open bracket and into the championship bracket. So realistically, I was more focused on WCS just because I thought I could do better overall in that. And I still try to balance both events, but I definitely put more emphasis on WCS.
You've been in the StarCraft 2 scene for a long time. I think almost you've been to all MLGs. Is that true?
I've been to. I've only missed one since Dallas 2010. So
yeah, exactly. And you have done okay, but never having really maybe the best results. Then coming into WCS USA, you did really well. You won it. For my part, it was a little bit of an upset. Coming into the event, how was that? For me, I feel like I lose a lot in MLG just because I always get matched, or not always, but I feel like I get knocked out a lot of the times by like the Koreans. And in WCS, there's only North American, or only in the one I won, there was only USA players, and I play against them on a daily basis. So, and I usually do really well. So I felt I wasn't shocked necessarily myself that I won the event, but I definitely was kind of not sure what to expect from the community because I hadn't won an event yet. So, but it was all good for me. It was kind of surprising the feedback I got because everyone's surprised that I won, but it was still a cool feeling nonetheless. How would you rate the North American and the American scene at the moment? Like, are the players still so bad as people say, or do you see a shift?
There's some truth to what people say with the North American scene because I feel like there might be a couple of reasons for that. I feel like one might just be that some North American players might just be a little too nervous in events because I've played against some of them in tournaments and then again some of them online, and it feels like I'm playing two different players.
All right.
And even me myself, I even sometimes have nerve issues. I don't know how many people struggle with that, but that might be a factor to play into it. And I just think overall that I'm not really sure how to answer the other part of that, but I do feel that North American is kind of lacking in terms of the other regions.
But you don't see a shift at the moment, like American players improving?
I think it just takes time. I mean, I don't see any like key moment that's gonna happen in, but I think maybe just in time, if we, as a whole in North America, start figuring out like the way the game shifts faster than the other regions, maybe we'll pull ahead a little bit. But I don't know. I don't. That's a hard question to answer.
Do you think it's some truth in Adrian Huck was for sure the best North American players for a long time. Now, do you think that's changed? That Scarlet and yourself are better and maybe the best players here?
I wouldn't. I think Scarlet would be a safe bet to say she's honestly better at the moment because her gameplay is just really solid. There's really barely any holes at all in her gameplay, and it's just her mechanics are really top notch. But me, I feel like I'm kind of the inconsistent player. Like I have some good events, I have some bad events. So I wouldn't say I'm better than someone like Huck or Idra because they're definitely more consistent than I am. But I definitely would, yeah, like Huck and Idra, those two were like the front runners for North America for the longest time. But I do think that here recently, maybe in like 2012, late 2011, there's been a lot more notable names that have been popping up in North America. So I feel like the top players are definitely not just a couple anymore. It's more like a group now in terms of NA scene.
You were in Six Gaming, right?
Six Jacks Gaming.
Six Jacks Gaming. Now you're in Root. The Root has a big talent pool, a lot of known players and some of the really good players like Slush and Major and yourself, of course Destiny and so on. Yeah. How come you joined Root Gaming?
I've been friends for a long time with Root Gaming, like the players on it, and they didn't have any intentions to recruit me right when I was a free agent, but when I left the team it's goes to just before joining Root Gaming, it was kind of unexpected, and Katz messaged me like the day after I left, and he's like, hey, by the way, I'm putting Root Gaming back together. Are you interested in joining it all? And he had also approached me about 3 or 4 different times in the past a couple of years, but it was always something I couldn't do because I was always under contract. And then this time, I knew that Root Gaming has a lot of potential, but not much to work with at the moment because they're just starting up the team again. So I just wanted to take a chance with some friends and see how it went, and so far it's been really good.
Do you think North America is lacking strong organizations like EG and Complexity are for sure in the top, but maybe below it you don't have as strong organizations, or do you think it's just bullshit?
It's kind of hard to say. Like I think I would like to have more organizations. I mean, that would never hurt, but in terms of like, are you talking about like the skill level of the North Americans and if that would benefit them?
More maybe the potential and financial strength of North American organizations in general.
I don't know. I think if we had more, it would definitely help, but I don't think that's holding NA back, I guess, necessarily too much.
Would you say that looking at the competition in North America, we have MLG, IPL and NASA being the 3 strong ones, although all 3 are global focused and have a lot of international players, especially Koreans, coming to their events. Do you think that's hurting the growth of esports in especially StarCraft 2 in North America?
I think it's become kind of the standard now, to where if we actually don't have Koreans, people are going to be like, oh, it's not a real event, there's no Koreans at it. So I definitely think that there was a possibility that that might be the way it could be viewed before, but now that it's become like the global tournament, like one tournament is pretty much globalized now in terms of how many people come and compete in it from around the world. So I think that I think Koreans are kind of required now for people to legitimize the tournament and how hard it would be, and especially the fact that people realize it's so hard. If they actually have one of their own hometown players actually doing well in it, I think it gives them more pride and makes them more interested. So I think it definitely helps when people from around the world all come and compete in events.
You MLG Raleigh run, how did it go in that?
I got matched up with Lenok in the winner's bracket round 4. It was kind of unfortunate. I ended up losing to him, and it also didn't help that that was on Friday, and I was playing both WCS and MLG, and I had literally just played like 4 sets right in a row, one back to back to back. So I was kind of exhausted by the time I played him, and then he kind of just rolled me because he's Lenok. And then after that, on Saturday, I played 2 sets, I think, but I ended up losing to Select in the loser bracket round 6, and it was 1-2. It was a pretty close series, but he ended up just playing better than me. But normally I'd be pretty disappointed, but I'm pretty satisfied with how well I've been doing in WCS, so it's still a good weekend.
Yeah, looking up to this WCS North American final, facing Scarlet, coming from the loser bracket. Who knocked you down? Was it Scarlet?
Yeah, I made it all the way to the winners finals, and then Scarlet took me out 2-0 in the winners finals, and then I had to beat Idra to get back to the grand finals, and then so now I have to win 2 best of 3s to beat her again. You
got any good things up your sleeve to defeat her?
I think the first time I lost to her, I think the first game I definitely beat myself, and then the second game, I think I could have played a little bit better than I did. So I feel like if I just kind of relax, play better, I'll have a better chance. But I don't know. I have a lot of tricks up my sleeves all the time, I guess, in ZVZ. So we'll see what happens.
All right. Do you have any final words, shout-outs?
Just thanks to everyone who supports esports. Really appreciate it, guys. Thanks to all the tournament events and organizations that run everything. Thanks to my team, Root Gaming, and then our sponsors is Rush Order Tees and Twitch TV. You guys should check them out. Cool clothing and streaming. And thanks for the interview, guys.
Where can we follow you on the internet?
You guys can follow me at twitch.tv/VibeLOL. That's pretty much got everything that I do associated with me on that website page.
You like streaming?
Yeah, I'm a regular streamer. I stream probably 4 or 5 times a week.
Cool. Good luck in the final.
All right, thank you.